Hey, David, when it comes to coronavirus, are we the only country smearing doctors who are trying to save lives, like Dr. Anthony Fauci? It's a good question. Anthony Fauci has been smeared widely by the coronavirus protesters who have been saying for more than a month now, we've got to open it up. We never should have closed it down. We saw chants of fire Fauci at a number of different protests. We more recently, I covered this earlier in the week, we saw signs that say hang Fauci and hang Bill Gates as well. But the truth is that we are not the only country where doctors have been targeted. The thing is, in most of the other places where we see it, the doctors are being targeted by the state, not by random protesters. So I'll give you some examples. We know that very early in the coronavirus outbreak in China, there were doctors who were starting to see the spread of coronavirus, and they were talking about it. And we have a number of reports that law enforcement authorities showed up at the homes of some of these Chinese doctors and said, "You've got to stop talking about this. This is you can't keep talking about this spreading virus," which at the time we knew very little about and hadn't really identified. This was in late 2019. So certainly we've seen antagonism of doctors in China. The difference is it's not coming from random protesters. It's not coming from media in the same way, maybe state media, but we did see law enforcement antagonize doctors. In Russia, we have a number of reports of doctors who were working on coronavirus and speaking about coronavirus who fell out of windows. Now, I don't want to say more than what we know. It sounds weird to me. It's like those stories of, hey, someone fell on a knife 10 times. Okay, well, what do you mean they fell on a knife 10 times? There are reports of multiple Russian doctors that were making public statements about coronavirus who fell out of windows and died. I'm not going to say any more because we don't know anymore. But my point is, I am not aware of the loud public campaigns against doctors who know about infectious disease in other countries. But we do know, I guess we could call it hostility towards the medical community from some state governments. And there's probably more examples that I haven't mentioned, but an important question. And I mean, listen, anti-vax exists in a lot of the world. There's, when we started seeing the measles outbreaks as a result of communities that didn't want to vaccinate, it wasn't just the United States. We have a lot of them in the United States. It wasn't just the United States. When we look at protests to reopen, it's not just the United States. We saw them in isolated spots around the world, but it's mostly in the United States that we have this phenomenon. And I don't know, we can make a lot of broad claims about what it says about society. Oh, we have the most stupid people. We have the most ignorant people, whatever. We also have some of the smartest people, and a lot of them. But there is something cultural here where these ideas get a life of their own. Media will often give them oxygen, and it's definitely very, very bad here. No question about it.